So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take back or tink or fix a row where you've made mistakes all along. So it's supposed to be a knit 5, purl 5, knit 5, purl 5, but I made a mistake. I only knit 4 and I started my purl on my knit stitch. So you can see that that doesn't line up, and I have the same problem here. I have a purl stitch, I have a knit stitch where I should have a purl stitch and a purl stitch where I should have a knit. So ideally in a situation like this, you want to take back that whole row and just fix it quickly. So how can you take it back quickly without losing any stitches? So there's two ways. If you want to take it back looking at your work that you need to, where the work that you need to unknit on your right hand side like this, as opposed to having the work that you need to unknit on the left hand side. If it's on the right hand side, then you can lift your working yarn, whether you lift it with your left hand or your right hand, it doesn't make a huge difference. If I lift it with my left hand, I want to pull it the same direction of the tip of the needle, because it opens up that hole, that gap where my working yarn is coming from, and that's exactly where I want to bring in my needle. So I can bring in my needle in here and then just drop the stitch. And I pull again and I see where it's coming from. If I'm not pulling, I can't really see where it's coming from, but if I pull it, you see how it opens up that? Then I can go in here. And again, I keep tugging this and I go in here and take it out. Now, if I want to hold the yarn with my right hand, that's the same thing. I just want to, instead of pulling my working yarn this way, I always want to pull it towards the direction of the point of the right needle. So I need to kind of lift my index and pull it that way. And with my left hand, my middle finger and my thumb are going to be holding onto the knitted fabric and pulling it down. So you see how it opens that? And then I can just go in there and take it off. I pull, I go in the hole and take it off. So I can do that all the way down. If I want to do it the other way, where I'm holding it this way, so now the stitches I want to undo are no longer on the right hand side, but they're on the left hand side, because I can see I need to undo these. I'm going to, again, I can hold on to my working yarn. This time, instead of coming from the front to the back, which is what I was doing on the other side, I'm going to come from the back to the front. Again, I want to have tension on my working yarn, so I pull it always in the direction of the needle, and I come from the back, front, back, front, back, front, always tension. If I hold it with my left hand, again, it's the same thing. I want to have tension and I'm going to pull it. It's a little trickier. I'm going to try and pull it toward the same direction of the needle, back to front. Back to front. And I just keep going till I finish my row. It actually gets to go pretty fast once you get comfortable. And again, on this side, if you're undoing the stitches when they're on the right side on the needle, again, you go from front, back, front, back. So when the stitches you want to undo are on the right needle, you go from front, back. And when the stitches you want to undo are on the left needle, you go from back, front. This will guarantee that your stitches will all be facing in the right direction when you come and work on them on the next row. So when I come in, I'm ready to repeat my row where I had made my mistake. All my stitches are facing in the right direction, meaning my right leg is in front, my left leg's in the back, and I'm just ready to start my next row without any other complications.